Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for tonight's varsity action between the Medomak Valley Panthers and the home Maine Central Institute Huskies. Before we get into the basketball tonight, there is a banner ceremony for the 21 and 2022 field hockey team as they won the regional championship 2 years in a row. So there's going to be a banner ceremony for them right now. Believe after that we will have a couple of guests join us on the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show, talk about their achievements and some of the interesting things that have come from those seasons, and we'll have all of that for you. But after that, we do also have a basketball game. So my name is Zach White. I'm joined by Gabe Nason today. We're going to be doing the commentary, and we've got Mark Callan doing the camera work. I'm assuming this ceremony is going to start pretty soon, Gabe, so I don't know if we should jump into the pregame quite yet. But as the crowd gathers over there, we also have Sean Stackhouse, the MCI public address announcer here, and pretty soon, I believe the ceremony will begin. Right now, the crowd is just gathering to take some photos. Once this has concluded, like I mentioned, we will have interviews, and the pregame will start after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we unveil regional championship banners for two outstanding field hockey teams. In 2021, the MCI field hockey team finished the regular season 13-1 to gain the #1 seed in the playoffs. On the way to the state championship game, the Huskies tallied consecutive shutouts against Bruce Mountain, Mountain Valley, and Foxcroft Academy. At this time, ladies, let's see that 2021 Northern Maine Championship banner. The Huskies winning as the #2 seed in the playoffs with a 10-3-1 record. The Cardiac Pack prevailed twice in overtime over Mount View and Dexter, and added a slightly more comfortable 2-0 win over Derigo to claim a second straight Northern Maine championship. So now let's see that 2022 Northern Maine championship banner. Once again, the 2021 and 22 Northern Maine Field Hockey Champions.
And there you had it, folks. That was the banner ceremony here at Maine Central Institute. Pretty exciting, Gabe. Not every day you get to see the banners drop here in the gymnasium. And if you notice, there were also a couple of basketball players out there for those presentations. Hannah Robinson and Janessa Foster. Believe they're continuing their field hockey careers at the collegiate level as well. And we will be joined by a few others later on. But for now, we're going to send it to a quick commercial break, give them time, and they'll be back up here to join us as we start our Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business. Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Sluggers baseball and softball training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as HitTrax that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best. Welcome back to the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show. We are now at this time joined by members of the field hockey team and coaching staff. And really quickly, want to let you introduce yourself to our audience here, and then we'll get started and kind of talk about maybe a quick introduction of who you are and what your position was this year in your grade or something of that nature.
I'm a senior from MCI, and I was a center back or a left back, and I was a captain this year. And it was a good season. Awesome.
Well, I would say it was a good season. It was a good 2 seasons to be exact, because it was really cool to be in the gymnasium and at home watching, I'm sure, for the banner presentation there. Kind of talk about, it's fun to reflect at the end of a year.
It is.
Kind of talk about maybe this 2-year journey. Obviously, you mentioned you were a senior.
Yeah.
So going through the COVID years and then leading up to this point and getting 2 banners, not just one.
Yeah.
Talk about your experience and what that was like for you.
At first, it was a little tough with COVID and everything. We all had to figure out how to work around it and everything with the social distancing. So I think that was a little hard, but we did overcome that, so that was good. And I think we grew a lot as a team over the years because of that, and it was really good. So, and then last year when we lost our seniors, we had to figure out what to do with that, because we were really dependent on our seniors last year. So this year was a big change, and it was different, but a good change, and we had to work on trying to be a better team and working together, because we weren't super close with all the incoming freshmen and stuff. But eventually throughout the season we really got super close, and it was better. It worked a lot better on the field, being able to count on them and trust them.
Well, that's definitely what leads up to 2 banners hanging in a gym here. When you look up and you see the banners hanging, what comes to your mind? What's going to be the lasting impression you have from not just those 2, but your 4 years here as an athlete?
I don't know. It's kind of mind-blowing. It's crazy that I got to experience that. And it's a great memory, and I will cherish that forever.
Well, we are so proud of you, and thank you for joining us. Maybe you can pass it off to Coach or your teammate here, and we'll just keep the interviews going. But thank you so much. More coming. All right, next round up here. Hi there. I don't believe I got your name when we first met here, so I'll just have you real quickly. All you have to do is just introduce yourself and maybe talk about what grade you're in, what position you played, and your name.
Hi, I'm Ashley Jarvis. I'm a sophomore at MCI, and I play right wing.
Yeah, so you've had a pretty nice start to your career here at MCI, because I can do quick math. It's 2 years in high school. There's 2 banners hanging up there. Kind of talk about what was it like, entering high school And playing with a great group and having this much success early on, what has that been like for you?
It's been really, it's like a breath of fresh air, since I have played a lot of seasons before that were great and phenomenal. And the team that I'm playing with right now are amazing. Their personalities, their skills, everything about it. In the games that we've played to get where we're at, we showed happiness, and it's been really great.
And clearly the success has come with all of those things. And I like some of the points you brought up, because it seems to be a theme how the camaraderie of the team has paid dividends, and that's what it takes to be a champion. I asked this question a minute ago, and I think it's a good one. When you look up, and you still have some time left, obviously, but when you look up at those two banners that are now hanging in this gym, it's not a thing that every high school athlete gets the opportunity to be a part of. What comes to mind? What do you think of when you look up and you see you've added two banners to this gym? What comes to mind when you see that?
When I see the banners that we've just hung up, I see success, and I just am really proud.
As you should be, as you should be. And with you just being a sophomore, do you think seeing this level of success, it motivates you to come back next year and make it a three-peat to the best of your ability? And part B of that question, do you think that the senior leadership you've been exposed to has helped you prepare for that?
Yeah, the seniors from this year, last year, have really motivated me to keep playing on this team and to keep my hopes up for the upcoming years. Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see it, because this has been a tremendous program over the years. I have no doubt it's going to continue to be so, and we really thank you for taking the opportunity to join us on the broadcast, and best of luck moving forward, and congratulations on those banners and those championships. You can pass it off to Coach, and we'll wrap up the interviews, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. I've really enjoyed talking to these athletes.
Yeah.
You can hear and understand why they are champions when you can, and it's also a tale of two, because you have a senior there and you have a sophomore, so a difference in experience level, but a maturity there.
Yeah.
And when I talk to coaches, especially in a positive light like this, it's always kind of fun to reflect. Obviously, there's two banners there, so you have a couple extra kids to account for, but what comes to mind when you think about these groups specifically? And I say these because of the banners. What comes to mind when you think about the athletes and the journey that you guys went on together to have that be the result?
Yeah. So I've had the pleasure to coach all of those girls that stood out there. Even the 2021 seniors, I coached them in junior high. So these girls have intertwined their field hockey career for all these years together. The 5 seniors this year that are graduating in 2022, they're very strong leaders, they're very strong athletes, and I think they're going to be huge assets leading into the season this year. And just that was our career in junior high as well. Is the 21 class, we were champions their 8th grade year. The 22 class, their 8th grade year, were undefeated and runners up. So they know what the championship mentality is. Our sophomores are very strong. We have a very strong freshman class, and our seniors really led that path of the family mentality of they're just going to keep it rolling, and they did an amazing job doing it.
Well, it's paid off dividends, because I mentioned this a few times, but you don't get to see that every day. It's not every high school athlete has that opportunity, and this program over the years has had some tremendous athletes to go on and continue their field hockey careers at the collegiate level. And I know that there's a few that I believe are moving on as well. I know Janessa Foster is going to USM. I should know this off the top of my head, but I'm forgetting right now, of course. But I believe Hannah Robinson, is she going on to continue to play?
I know that she's going, I don't know if she's going to be playing at the collegiate level. She certainly could. But, I know that she loves field hockey. Basketball is definitely more of her passion. But I don't know if she's made that decision.
I wasn't sure. I thought there might have been one more name. That's the one that came to mind. But the point being, I mean, you've created a program that gives athletes and students the next opportunity. Kind of talk about that from the coach's perspective and what level of enjoyment and pride it must feel like to see these athletes. And you mentioned from middle school and see them grow to high school and then move on after that. What is that journey like for you as a coach?
I was actually reflecting on that earlier today. I've had the pleasure of coaching alongside Nancy Hughes since 2008. Nancy was my high school field hockey coach, and that has been one of our journeys since I started coaching with her in 2008. That to build that program, we would reflect on why is Skowhegan champion for so many years? What is it? And Nancy really put her efforts into the theater program, and I followed suit. I was fortunate enough to become the junior high coach in 2016, and me being junior high, Nancy being high school, we were kind of like a powerhouse together because Nancy and I coached very similar, and I would coach at that level and just feed them up to her. And it was, we're very similar styles. So girls coming from me going to Nancy, not much is changing. And this year coming as head coach, we do have a few similarities that are different, but our coaching styles are very similar. So there wasn't too much of a difference going into this season for our girls, especially where they already knew me.
Yeah, and I'll end it with this, Coach. And it's different because from the coach's perspective, you're clearly very successful, as are your athletes, so you're going to be doing this for a while, and you're hoping to add more. But when you look up at the banners as they drop and you see those two sitting up there, what is your lasting impression, and what do you think of as those banners drop and you look up there now and they're here in this gymnasium forever?
Full circle. Me as an athlete at this institute, my head coach, 2021 was her year. I took over in 2022, and here we were together rolling down those banners, and it takes a village, and
it's impressive.
I hope when I pass the torch, it's somebody that I'm passing the torch that I was able to coach, and those similarities are similar to.
Well, they say tradition doesn't graduate, and we really appreciate you taking the time, especially on this day, to join us on the broadcast. It was a pleasure to be able to talk to you, and wishing you nothing but continued success, as you've clearly already gone off to a great start. But thank you for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to send it to a quick commercial break and rejoin you for the remainder of the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show.
We're busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Sluggers Baseball and Softball Training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as HitTrax that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go and stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
Welcome back here to MCI as we prepare for tonight's varsity action between the MCI Huskies and the Medomak Valley Panthers. Really want to take an opportunity to thank Coach and the field hockey members that joined us pregame here on the Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union pregame show, especially on a busy day like today, Gabe, where they're doing a banner presentation. It's not every day you get to see that, so that was pretty special. But Gabe, let's take the opportunity while we have a minute 15, might be less than that, left in the pregame here, but this is a big game. You have the Huskies coming in at 7-3. The Panthers, they're coming in at 6-4. Class B North, MCI Huskies, Class B South. The Panthers here, and this is a big heel point game. Right now, both these teams are in the thick of it in terms of standings. What do you think that this game's going to mean heel point wise and overall the intensity that you expect to see out here on the floor given the circumstance?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is two teams that need this win, right? You want this win to be able to jump in those standings, and doing it here is huge. I mean, you have to come in this game knowing that that's on the line, and you come in playing 10 times harder than you would.
Absolutely, and we expect to see that. This time, looks like we're going to be ready for the starters. We're going to hand it off to public address announcer Sean Stockhouse. The national anthem will follow, and then we'll have the action for you.
For tonight's contest, featuring the visiting Medomak Valley Panthers and your MCI Huskies. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Medomak Valley. At guard, a sophomore, number 15, Katana Williamson. At guard, a junior, number 20, Sarah Nelson. At guard, a senior, number 23, Addison McCormick. At forward, a sophomore, number 21, Audrey Jackson. And at forward, a junior, number 25, Maya Cannon. The head coach is Ryan McNally, assisted by Andrea Williamson and Lindsay Vinyl. And now the starting lineup for your MCI Huskies. At guard, a senior, number 2, Trinity Levin. At guard, a senior, number 20, Janessa Foster. At guard, a senior, number 35, Ella Bernier. At forward, a junior, number 23, Skylar Dean. And at forward, a senior, number 24, Hannah Robinson. MCI's head coach is Matt Bartlett, assisted by Tasha Pratt. And our certified athletic trainer is Patrick Hapler. At this time, we ask that you please join us as we honor America and the brave men and women who serve to protect us with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we've had the starters, the national anthem. Only thing left to do, jump ball and get this game started. We didn't get a lot of opportunity to really run through both of these teams. We'll do that as the game kind of gets going here. But, Gabe, we've got two teams that are overall, on paper, fairly even across the board. What I expect to see from the Huskies, high-pressure defense, looking for easy opportunities in transition, and not wasting a lot of time on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. When we were here at the beginning and start of the year, they pressed all game long and ran as much as they possibly can. Though it is interesting to me, it looks like Medomak Valley has a height advantage across the board. Not that their bigs are much taller, but that their guards tend to be taller. So I'll be interested to see if they try and take advantage of that. Yeah, rebounding definitely another key in this one. We know Coach Bartlett on the Huskies side, that's something he preached to us from the very get-go of this season as we get the action started. Almost a steal there to start the action by Levitt, it looked like. Here's that defense of the Huskies, poked away for a moment, knocked out a play off the Panthers. That's going to be a turnover back to the Huskies. And you saw the defense on display there, the beautiful active hands on defense that made her feel like she was like smothered even though there was only one defender. Bernier, she is so dangerous in the half court. Able to knife inside, nice extra pass, up and in for three. Beautiful shot there. That was Trinity Levitt off the nice pass from Skyla Dean in the Huskies offense. Starting hot early. Nice extra pass inside, up and in for two. That was McCormick off the nice pass from Jackson. And Gabe, you did see the height play dividends right there. Yeah, absolutely. And beautiful passing on both sides to start the game. It is indeed. Pass to Robinson. Back over to Levitt. She already has 1-3. That one off back iron. Good rebound. Shot put up. Blocked away. Taken down by the Panthers. That was McCormick. Nice pass inside. A lot of contact. Opportunity for two from the line. Coming up for Jackson. You know, I was surprised because, like I said at the beginning, I thought maybe Medomak could try and slow it down, not play into the Huskies game. But so far, they're willing to play right with them. So should be a fun one. Jackson's first. Off front, run him in. Nice shot by Jackson. That one in as well. I also want to point out on the scoreboard here, it seems that that shot by Levitt was only put up as a 2. So while I thought it was a 3 at the time, it appears that shot was just a 2-pointer. Yeah, I thought it was a 3 too, so. Yeah, I'm interested to see if that's going to get changed around. Is foul right there. Substitution going to be checking in for the Huskies. It's Julian Lindell going to be checking in. Replacing Bernier, who just picked up her second foul, Gabe. That's killer, for sure. That is a big early foul for Bernier, who does so much for this Huskies squad, as Dean almost pokes that one away. Gabe, to cap off an earlier point you made, the Panthers, they seem okay to speed it up, as you see a nice pass inside right there, thrown up off the mark, brought down by Dean. They seem content to speed it up if they can break the press, which they've had some success with early on. And the Huskies, they throw that one away. That ball looked like it was destined to end up out of play, but yeah, I don't know how that ball stayed in. Yeah, from our vantage point, it was hard to see. Turnover there, taken away by Robinson. Lendo, newly in for this Huskies squad. Nice move. But good defense, and that's ultimately taken away by the Panthers. I believe it was Jackson who had a hand on that one. All the way to the rim. Shot blocked by Dean. Battle for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball situation. Going to go back to the Huskies. So you saw the height there on defense for Medomak Valley. Tried to throw it over her head, and she just reached up and grabbed it. It's going to be hard if you're going to try and throw it over people tonight. It's going to have to be a lot of ball fakes up and go down. A lot of ball security. Definitely a key for both sides, as there's pressure on the Panther side as well. They're coming out full court press. Pass over to Lindell. This team likes to shoot it. They can make a lot of them, too. That one off front iron. Taken away by Robinson, who gets fouled.
One of them, too. That one off front iron. Taken away by Robinson, who gets going to go against, I believe it was McCormick.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. Yep, it was.
Robinson's first from the line, up and in. Second one, tings off back iron, taken away by the Panthers. A lot of size out there, Gabe. That was a good call. And, you know, this Huskies squad, they're scrappy, but that's going to be something to watch for and contend with all game.
Yeah, absolutely. In the early foul trouble, you have to bring in even less size, which hurts you even more.
Yep, another foul there. 4 fouls early on here. See who that one goes against. That one's going to go against Robinson. Might just be the 3rd foul. 3rd team foul there is Robinson. Got whistled for the call there. First one off from the free throw line. Second one off as well, but good rebound. Another offensive rebound. That one up and in for 2.
That was a beautiful shot there, getting that rebound and putting it up over.
Yeah, that one was by Cannon. That's that offensive rebounding ability, Gabe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice fake by Dean. Hands it off to Foster. Great recovery defense by the Panthers. They're flying around, and that one's going to be a turnover against the Huskies.
I'm very impressed with, even though, like I've said a few times, the height, they're able to keep on the guards very easily. Like it's not only height, but it's speed too on the defensive end.
Well, this Panther squad, they only allow just over 38 points a game at 38.1 is what they're averaging giving up. They play a lot of close games as that ball's taken away, up and in for 2. Levitt says, look what I found.
There's another foul there, too.
That is the team's 4th. That one's going to go against Foster, it looks like. So that's, yep, a little bit of a conversation there. Just wanted to be clear on who the foul went against. Huskies, they're staying in this full court press, and both sides able to create opportunities as we see a foul there. That one's also going to go against Foster. That's her second. She just picked up 2, Gabe.
Yeah, you're really starting to run down your bench now. You're going to start running into trouble.
And also, 4:25 remaining in the first quarter, 5 team fouls. So free throw shooting, it might start to appear here as the Huskies sticking with this full court pressure. Nice job by the Panthers, able to break it, but blocked away inside by Rendell.
And that was just beautifully putting your hands up, just not trying to block it, just putting your hands up and then the ball running into it. Just perfect defense. Great
spot to be. Robinson over to Dean, out to Levitt. Great ball movement, just better defense there. Panthers now 2-on-1 situation. Nice rebound and defense in transition by Rendell again.
Yeah, she may be one of the smaller people on the court, but she is scrappy.
She is indeed. There's going to be a timeout here. We'll take it with them and rejoin you. You're watching Maine High School basketball with Eastern Maine Sports.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Welcome back here following the Huskies timeout. 5-6 our score, but a lot of defense being displayed on either side. Gabe, story of the game so far for me is offensive rebounds and the fouls.
Yes, absolutely. No question. The foul trouble. Oh, and it looks like Medomak Valley's gone into a 1-3-1 zone as well.
Yeah, so both sides figuring out ways to keep up the defensive pressure. That one poked out of play. I'm really impressed with the defense of either side. Might start to sound like a broken record, but Cannon, that was great defense. Not the best spot to pick up the ball either. That half-court line becomes an extra defender.
That's the truth. Well, and I think that Medomak Valley saw how MCI was struggling with the traps.
As Levitt puts up another shot, that's going to be a 2 as well. So Levitt, she's got 6 points early on. And another turnover, this time taken away by Foster.
But yeah, with the 1-3-1, you're trapping in the corners, which is what MCI has struggled with so far, is getting trapped.
Absolutely, and good job in this situation being able to break it down. Once you break through that initial pressure, it seems that the Panthers went to a more man-to-man look, so.
Yeah.
Foul and substitution coming in. It's going to be Simmons.
Second on her.
Well, Simmons checks in, but is replacing McCormick, who does have the 2 fouls, as you mentioned there, Gabe. Out of bounds situation. I'm running a play for Trinity Levitt with the hot hand she's had early on. But
that's the truth.
Just more great defense by the Panthers. Knocked out of play. A difference of opinion here. The official's going to convene, talk about this one. They both had opposite signals. And still a difference of opinions, and it finally ends up going to the Huskies.
I don't know how many times I've seen that, but that was pretty. That's good comedy in the middle of it.
You'd love to see it though, because it's the officials coming together to make sure that they're getting the right call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just making sure that the right call is made.
Yeah. Robinson
trying to go all the way to the rim, blocked from Simmons from behind. Great play by her, freshly off the bench, racing down the other way. Battle for the ball. Great hustle all over the court. This is Pachalski, but she had a foot on the line. Going to be headed back the other way. 7-6. You'd think it was the fourth quarter the way these two teams are playing right now. Crunch time.
Yeah, really. They are running around this gym. It'll definitely be interesting to see who can, energy-wise, last the longest.
Absolutely. Both play high-octane defenses and offenses. As that pass inside from Rendell to Robinson, that was just off the mark. Drive inside, knocked away. Great hands by Foster, who got the start today and has been making plays happen all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. And she had 2 fouls, right?
Foster does, yeah.
So they left her in the game, trusted that she wouldn't get a foul, and she gets a big steal there.
Yep. Panthers slowing it down. Might be the first time I've said that all day, and just like that, Simmons got downhill going to the rim. Pull up from just inside the free throw line, off the mark, battle for the rebound.
Oh, we're getting physical underneath there.
High intensity.
You can see, like we were talking in pregame, both these teams want this game.
Absolutely, a nice steal from behind there. Poked out of bounds, that was Nelson.
Oh, that's her third.
That is Foster's third. She's going to get replaced by Dunton. Also checking back in for the Panthers. Trying to get a jersey number. It's Jackson checking back in. She replaces Nelson, who just came away with that big steal. Now with 1:20 remaining here in this opening quarter. Nice drive. Nice extra pass inside. Up and in for 2. Nice drive. Nice extra pass inside. Up and in for 2.
Unselfishness from Medomak Valley is really standing out here. Like, nobody's trying to hog the ball, go right down. They're playing great team basketball right now.
Yep, and that was Cannon's second bucket of the game. She's got 4. And the pressure starting to pay off here for the Panthers as another turnover for the Huskies. Going to be Medomak Valley ball with just 55.6 left on the clock.
Say, for this being an 8-7 game, this has been an extremely exciting first quarter.
Absolutely, and you look across the gym, it's full to the brim. These people know what this game means and the implications it can have late season. Massive heel point game on the line as Simmons. Shot off the mark. Nice extra pass inside. Once again rebounded by the Panthers. Foul. Off the mark. Nice extra pass inside. Once again rebounded by the Panthers. Foul. As you saw on the replay there, brought to you by Maine Mapping Company, a replay sponsor of the game. Cannon. She's going to have an opportunity for 2 at the line, following a couple of offensive rebounds for the Panthers. First is up and in. Second good as well. Nothing but nylon. Opening quarter, Gabe, Panthers 4 for 6. Coach Bartlett's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him and rejoin you following these commercial messages. You're watching Maine High School basketball with Eastern Maine Sports. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best. Welcome back here following the timeout by the Huskies there. 37.5 left on the clock. In a 10-7 game, but Gabe, it's been high intensity all game.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to be a broken record like we've been talking about, but the defense and offensive rebound from Medomak Valley is why they're winning right now.
Absolutely, and you see another steal there, paid off for the Panthers. Left-hand layup off the mark, rebounded by Cannon. You know, I don't have the rebound numbers for Cannon right now, Gabe, but she's been all over the place this game.
Yeah, absolutely. She has been on every board possible.
She's got 6 points in this opening quarter. The Panthers, they're already in the bonus situation here. 7 teams fouls against the Huskies. And the Panthers, they've been making their free throws 4 of 6 on the game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the half.
Another steal taken away here. Layup opportunity. That's how the first quarter is going to end. Another steal taken away here. Layup opportunity. That's how the first quarter of action came to a close. Good job by Williamson, able to get that one in transition, up and in for 2. She had a number of steals in that opening quarter. This time we're going to keep it here between quarters because we want to give the opportunity to thank some of the sponsors who have helped make these broadcasts free and accessible for everybody. Black Bear Crane. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons, from roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. If you need a vehicle, contact Sonny, Sean, Brian, or Ryan at Hartley's. Easy financing available. Great selection of new and used. Call 207-368-5751. And Maine Mapping Company. Maine Mapping Company provides all of your land surveying, geomatics, engineering, and mapping needs throughout the state of Maine. Centrally located in Dexter, Maine, Maine Mapping provides boundary, topographic, and aerial surveys, as well as construction survey services statewide. Visit us at www.mainemappingco.com or check our Facebook page to get more information or request a quote. So thank you to all of the sponsors who have helped make this possible. If you want to sponsor a broadcast for the remainder of the season, you can contact Mark Callan, easternmainsports@gmail.com. Well, with that, 5-point advantage for the Panthers as we enter this second quarter, but they really dominated the latter half of that opening quarter, Gabe, able to get turnovers and make opportunities in transition.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you saw it felt like they had control of the game for the last 2 minutes. And, I mean, if you want to continue that, you got to keep doing what they're doing, defense and rebound.
Which is easier said than done, but able to get all the way to the rim on that opportunity, and a foul from behind. See who that one's against. A couple of players involved. It's going to go against Pachalski, it looks like. Substitution checking in is Katana Williamson, who ended that first quarter in style with the layup in transition as the clock expired.
You know, I'll be interested to see how MCI gets Levitt more involved. She got 6 of their 7 points in the first quarter. She's got the hot hand. Try and find a way to get it to her.
And if I remember correctly, Gabe, all those points came early on as double team on the sideline. It's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they probably came within the first 2 minutes. It was one right after another, and then nothing after that.
The Huskies, they're going to stay with this full court pressure. They're already in the bonus of the Panthers, so any more fouls by the Huskies, as three-pointer put up there off the mark, batted around off the hands of the Panthers, going to be going the way of the Huskies. But to finish that point, Gabe, any more fouls against the Huskies the remainder of the half, we're shooting 1-and-1 minimum.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, you've got foul trouble against 2 of your starters for MCI. It's not like it's just foul trouble spread out. It's 2 of your starters. One has 3, one has 2. You do not want to risk getting more people in foul trouble.
And Bernier, a major cog in what makes this Huskies team tick, as another turnover there. Gabe, I believe the pressure changed, though. It looks like the Panthers, it's just an extended man pressure in the half court. Shot put up there, knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, they seem to have decided that they were just going to throw a bunch of different presses at them. They did the 1-3-1 half court. They had the man full court. They did 1-3-1 man full court. It's just been all over the place. And I think that's trying to get MCI to be on their toes and not be able to know what's coming.
With that, Bernier, she checks back in, replacing Dunton. Nice play inside. Nice pass to Cannon, up and in. Nice play inside. Nice pass to So Cannon leading off where she left off that first quarter. Gets the scoring going to start this second quarter of action. She's up to 8 points on the game. 8 of the team's 14.
Yeah, and a lot of that's also been on the offensive boards, too. She's been right in the right place at the right time, putting it right back in.
Yep, and the size advantage, one of the things you touched on pregame here. But with Bernier back on the court, it adds another level to this offense. As I mentioned it, though, great hands by Pachalski and this Panthers squad, able to get a steal again.
I mean, if you can play defense like this, you don't need to have an offensive explosion. If you can defend that well and create that many turnovers, you don't need to have a bunch of buckets. You don't need to shoot the free real well. You just get to the basket, be fundamentally sound, and don't turn the ball over.
Absolutely, and you're seeing a major reason why this Panthers squad and the Huskies are right in the thick of everything in terms of playoff seeding right now. We get our stats according to Maine basketball rankings as the first free throw by Pachalski was off the mark there, but she hustles and gets her own rebound. Pass back out. Not wasting much time and looking to get back to the rim there, Gabe.
Yeah, absolutely. They are going fast. There's not a lot of teams that can hang with their speed, that's for sure.
Cannon, handoff to Williamson. Nice knife inside by Katana Williamson. Rebounded by Cannon, up and in. Cannon, she's been all over the place. Offensive rebounds galore, and she's the first in double digits tonight. Bernier looking to kickstart this Huskies offense. Trying to find a way to get the basket through the hoop. Don't have an official time on how long it's been, but it's been quite the run for the Panthers. Bernier to the rim, off the mark.
You know what I find interesting about the Medomak team right now? They are running a man, but they're not switching. So even if they get screened, they're staying with their man, which shows the conditioning they have.
A nice steal by Robinson. That's what the Huskies need in this situation. Shot put up, off the mark. Bernier, she comes away with it, and those are the things that she can do when she's on the court. As she passes inside, Dean too strong, off the mark. Rebounded by Cannon, but actually going to end up out of play first before Cannon quite got to that ball. But you're seeing the things that Bernier does when she's on the court. I mean, she's so active. She makes so many things happen.
Yeah, huge difference maker on offense and defense.
Nice pass inside. That was Williamson to Jackson, up and in.
Difference maker on offense and defense.
Nice pass inside. That was 18-7. It's an 11-point lead. Poked away from behind. The Panthers, they're running again. Cannon, chance in transition. Great defense by Rendell, able to stop the fast break. Pass over Williamson. Takes a look, makes a look. Pass over Williamson. Takes a look, makes a look. 3 falls there. Timeout taken by Coach Bartlett, and the Huskies will take it with him.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
Welcome back here following the 32nd timeout by the Huskies. Unofficially, but it is minimum a 15-0 run right now for the Panthers. It was 7-6 at one point in that opening quarter. And ever since then, it's been all Huskies offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. This defense.
Panthers. My apologies.
Yeah, this defense that they're playing is leading to all those baskets.
Transition opportunity following another steal. Pass inside. Stolen away by Dean. Great job by Dean. Able to race back, get that ball away. Also, McCormick checking back in for the Panthers. She has 2 fouls.
Yeah, there's a lot of foul trouble in starters right now on both teams. Both teams got to be careful.
Nice pass inside to Dean. It was just off the mark. And the Panthers, again, they find themselves in a situation where the transition game here. Shot put up. Jackson, nothing but net.
I'll tell you what, I was watching her in pregame shooting those threes, and she was making the majority of them. So leaving her open might be a real bad idea for MCI going forward.
Easier said than done with the amount of scores that Medomak has out on the court, and so they get the jump ball right there, and it's going to go back to the Huskies. But a 24-7 advantage. We're looking at an 18-0 run now. And part of it, Gabe, is definitely the defense of what we're seeing from the Panthers. It's been smothering. It's been the difference in the game right now.
Yeah.
But they're also doing a great job of making shots.
Oh, absolutely. And they're getting open shots, and they haven't had any bad shots really in this game. They've had all their shots be open, which is a testament to how good they truly are.
Yeah, and the Huskies, they've had some looks this second quarter at the rim. It just hasn't fallen so far for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another great defensive play right there.
Yeah, that one tipped away into the hands of Jackson. She had the 3 a moment ago. Pass inside, but that's actually going to be either a foul against Jackson or it's going to be going the other way. We're going to get the foul first. Great job by Robinson, able to step up. Take a foul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way to get back in this game for MCI is to make Medomak make plays. Right now, they're getting those open shots, like we were saying, force errors. If you can force errors, you're going to have a chance in this game.
Absolutely. And the Huskies, they're looking for the first points of this second quarter, but really, it's first points in quite a while, dating back to midway through that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, like, even as a coach, right, is that Medomak doesn't switch, so if you screen, it's not really going to do a whole lot.
Absolutely, but I think opportunities like that, trying to get free throws at the rim, that's your best opportunity to try to get yourself some momentum. I do love how hard both teams are competing for the basketball. Both teams clearly want this game. It's a big heel point game, keep in mind. As substitutions checking back in, Cannon checking in, replacing McCormick. Jackson checking out, being replaced by Sykes.
Yeah, like you were saying, I mean, that's a testament to the coaching too, right? Coaches walk in this gym and say, "This is a big game. You got to go win this game."
Absolutely, and you can tell by how many people are in the gym, the energy. This is a big game. Both teams, they're going to be seeded well by the end of the year. Right now, 6-4 for the Panthers, 7-3 for the Huskies. That's a foul. And those are the plays that can, if you can get some of these to fall and see the ball go through the bottom of the net, start to build yourself some more momentum.
Exactly. It's been a while since MCI has seen the ball go through the hoop, and that could be a big confidence thing. You see it go through once, you start seeing it go through a whole lot more.
Yeah, and Robinson is 1 of 2 in the game so far. Make that 2 of 3. Next free throw pending. Also gives you an opportunity to get your press set, which I assume the Huskies will stick in. They do. Good pass up ahead to Cannon. Slows it down, finds Katana Williamson. In the corner, nice shot put up by Sykes, and guess who? It's Cannon racing and tracking that ball down. Pass inside to Williamson, thrown. Maybe looking for the contact there and just sails out of play.
Yep.
Jackson, she checks back in. Going to be replacing Pachalski for the Panthers. One thing I've noticed about the substitutions, especially on the Panther side, it's quick breaths. With the style of defense they play, they give their players an opportunity to get out, but you're coming back in fairly quickly. So
yeah, absolutely.
Robinson, she puts up the shot off the mark, rebounded by Jackson. Add another one. Cannon, 1:25 remaining in this first half of action. It's an 18-1 run. minimum for the Panthers. Williamson finds Jackson. She has a three this quarter, off on that attempt, but rebounded by Sykes and the Panthers. Back out to Williamson. Williamson off the mark. Battle for the rebound. That's going to go off the Huskies, but you love to see that effort.
Absolutely.
Gabe, sometimes when the score's looking like this, it's easy to lull a little bit. And there's still so much game left to play. When you have players diving on the floor, that's a good thing and that's a good sign. And the Huskies, they're going to be competing regardless. And they have every potential to get right back into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're playing like that, the other team's going to eventually be like, goodness, when are they going to stop playing?
Yeah, absolutely. But same can be said about the Panthers as Cannon. She was off on that attempt. And that's going to be a foul. Not free throws yet for the Huskies, as that's just the 16th foul against the Panthers. One great thing about this quarter is you've avoided a lot of the foul trouble you had in that first quarter for the Huskies. Only one team foul this entire quarter after having 7 in the opening quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely the players have realized that they got to keep themselves in this game to win. And playing defense without fouling.
And that's going to be a double travel there, double dribble travel to kind of take your pick in that situation. 30.5 on the clock. Substitution set to check in.
You know what I will say is that Medomak does look like they're starting to get tired. They had that last play where MCI dove on the floor, and Medomak didn't really run to the ball. They kind of jogged to it, and you can see a lot of players' hands on their hips. The halftime's going to come at a perfect time for them because they look like they're starting to get a little bit tired.
Well, in a game like this, it's impossible not to at the pace these two teams are playing. And guess who, Cannon? She rebounds it again. Going to be one-shot opportunity. At least that's what the Panthers are looking for in this attempt. Poked away from behind, though. Battle for the ball. Dean came away with it. 4 on the clock. Dean pull up. Strong off the glass. That's going to be how this first half of action ends. 8 for the Huskies, 24 Panthers. They have a 16-point advantage entering halftime. We're going to take a quick commercial break and rejoin you for the Black Bear Crane halftime show.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Sluggers baseball and softball training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as HitTrax that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business. Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Welcome back here to the Black Bear Crane halftime show as we are at Halftime of what's been an exciting varsity action. Score might not necessarily show that at this time, but there's been a ton of action in this game. We do want to take the opportunity real quickly to thank all of the sponsors who have helped make these broadcasts free and accessible for everybody. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and moving service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection, to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. If you need a vehicle, contact Sonny, Sean, Brian, or Ryan at Hartley's. Easy financing available. Great selection of new and used. Call 207-368-5751. Maine Mapping Company provides all of your land surveying, geomatics engineering, and mapping needs throughout the state of Maine. Centrally located in Dexter, Maine, Mapping provides boundary, topographic, and area surveys, as well as construction surveys, services statewide. Visit us at www.mainemappingpro.com or check our Facebook page to get more information or request a quote. So Gabe, in the background right now, we have a presentation going on for some of the local rec teams. So I want to take the opportunity to possibly let the people hear those names as they get announced here, as it's great action across the community tonight. We had the field hockey presentation earlier, and now some of the younger generation and some of the rec teams are being recognized. So at this time, I want to turn it over to the public affairs announcer and address the rest of the names here. I believe both sides are going to be competing in some sort. We were going through our reads and.
All right, contestants, you've got 30 seconds, and your time starts now.
All right, so we'll watch the action unfold here. Looks like maybe a layup competition.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
I'll tell you right now, Gabe, they both beat me. That's the way they're shooting the ball. It's a lot better than I could.
It's like the mic and drill all over again.
Yeah.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, now for our next round of shooters.
All right, so they're going to continue the festivities, it appears, here, but with that, we're going to let you be able to continue watching that. But let's talk about that first half a little bit, Gabe, with 7:08 remaining in the halftime here. What were some of the things that you noticed in that first half that you felt kind of changed the game?
I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record because we talk about it all the entire game, but truly, defense and rebounding. I mean, Medomak Valley is up because of those two things. I don't know how many times they were in the half-court set. I'd be willing to bet it's below 5. Like, they were able to create turnovers and then score off those turnovers. And that's the biggest difference in this game to me right now.
And I believe you mentioned Can, and we were talking during the break there. She's a rebound away, unofficially with our stats here, she's a rebound away from having a double-double already. She's got 10 points on the game, 9 rebounds. I'm sure a slew of other stats that I don't have in front of me right at this time. But you also have Jackson. She's got 7. Katana Williamson, she has 5. And McCormick had some foul trouble there in that first half. But we've had a lot of this. I believe every starter has scored in this game so far for the Panthers. And very consistent. 12 points in the opening quarter, 12 points there in the second quarter as well. And it's that consistency and defensive consistency, as you mentioned, that's got them up big right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all you can ask for as a coach.
I believe we're going to have another guest join us right now, as Tyson Thompson is going to be joining us from the MCI Esports group here. Hi, Tyson. You can put that headset on. Yep. Yeah, I can hear you much better this way.
Yes. Hi.
It's a pleasure to have you join us up here, Tyson. I understand you're on the esports team here at MCI, and we're going to be talking a little bit about your experience as a member of the esports team here. But let's begin. Could you maybe explain to people that might not, I understand it, but to people that might not understand esports or what that might mean, you just take one step back just so our camera can get you in there. We can get the full view of you. Thank you very much. So let's talk about, could you explain maybe for the audience at home that doesn't know what esports is, what is esports?
Okay, so esports is like, basically what we do is we play video games competitively against other schools. So like, usually it's online, we do it in person sometimes, but we play video games, usually there's like points or something involved. We kind of like mimic real life sports, but within video games. There's like soccer-like sports. There's fighting games. We work with an organization called PlayVS, which helps to get video games in high schools. And yeah, we have a lot of fun. We just play games together against other schools.
Yeah,
basically.
And maybe talk about with the esports team. Talk about what your role is. Maybe what games you play, or what your role is on the team, so to speak.
Yeah. So I play Splatoon 3 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So Super Smash Brothers, they're both Nintendo games. Super Smash Brothers is like a fighting game. You're trying to knock the opponent off the stage and kill them, like KO them to get the win. I have a lot of fun doing it. I practice a lot to get better at it.
I understand you're pretty good at it too. I have on my stats here that you've only lost one match last season.
Yeah, that was when I got pretty cocky.
Yeah. What does a typical season in esports look like? Because I think a lot of people are used to, football. You have from this day to this day. What is an esports season? What does that typically look like in terms of time?
So we play a game about like once every week. So every game is done about once a week or once every 2 weeks or so. We have practices every week. You can go or not go. It's preferred that you go, but like sometimes.
Of course.
But it's more like a hangout because we're playing video games. We practice, but we also have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and talk about your state experience. As I understand, you guys were very successful this year. Talk about what your experience was like, at the state championship. I understand you had the first match at states it was, so maybe you could tell the people much better than I could. What was your experience like during that run during the state championship?
Yeah, so I was, like you said, I was the first person to go up. Super awesome going on stage. I played against a really good opponent. He was like talking to me, we were talking, we had a lot of fun on stage, just kind of hanging out. I did win, that was good. It was kind of scary, but it was really fun. People were watching us. It was streamed online, and there was commentators, so I got to go back and like watch all the feedback on the matches. That was pretty cool. Broadcast on like the big screen while we were there. Pretty fun. I've been playing the game for a long time, but it was mostly just like a hobby, so to be able to like do it and like get recognized by like all these people watching, it was pretty cool.
And absolutely, I think you just hit the most important thing. And some people don't look at esports the same way, but in this day and age, esports is really the next and biggest growing thing that we have going on, in my opinion. I'll say that. I'll go out on the limb. And I'm really happy that you and other members of the school have had the opportunity to go to something like a state championship, and I think it's a great message for other people across the state to realize that this is a thing and that they can join in on this as well. I understand you're just a freshman.
Yes.
With this, where do you want to, take it? And as a member of the team, what do you think your team can do, and what does the next couple of years look like for you in the esports scene?
That's a kind of loaded question, Doug. I don't really know. I'd love to have more people join the team. I wouldn't consider myself like amazing, even though I won. Like I went to a tournament. I don't know if I can say where, but I went to a tournament and I did pretty bad. But I'd like to teach people who join what I know, so maybe they can get a little bit better and just like keep playing, keep getting better, invite more people. I want to get more of my friends, more people doing it, even if it's not traditional. Like, I just think it's cool that we get the opportunity to do that, and I want to keep doing it as long as I can, and hopefully keep winning.
Well, we want you to keep doing all of those things. Keep winning and keep doing it, because it is important. And really, thank you for joining us at halftime here, and I'm excited to hear about more coming from the esports scene here at MCI and across the state. So, Tyson, thank you so much. You can hand the headset off, and we'll get ready for the rest of our game here. But really, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate getting to do this.
Yeah, so that was Tyson, and great to hear about esports. It was a rapidly growing scene. We know Sean Stackhouse, who does the PA here. He's a coach, so to speak, of that group, and he's also personally very involved in the esports scene in Rocket League, and really cool to get an opportunity to learn more and discuss more about esports and its rapid growth, and it's going to be a big thing. It already is. It's going to continue to be so. But, Gabe, also big is the rest of this game. We've talked about it 100 times, probably going to mention it at least 50 more. This is a big heel-point game, and the action has lived up to it. Scoreboard's not going to tell you the full story of this game. The Huskies, they only had 1 point that second quarter, but that's because of the defense you're seeing out here as this second half gets started with a steal. And that's Williamson up and in within the first 8 seconds of this third quarter. That's not what the doctor ordered for the Huskies in their start.
Yeah, I was going to say at the start of this quarter that you want to score fast here.
Bernier to the rim, up and in. Bernier, those are her first 2 points of the game. The first field goal since that opening quarter. Back the other way. 2 points of the game. Don't get much of a chance to talk. Since that opening, was so much action back and forth. Not a lot of half-court sets happening.
That is the truth so far in this game.
Bernier into Robinson, out to Levitt. Had a nice first quarter off the rim on that one. Good rebound by the Panthers into the hands of Katana Williamson. All the way, nice pass inside. Jackson up and in. So 3 different scores within the first minute of this third quarter for the Panthers. Bernier, good defense from behind, but it's going to be called a foul. So a little too aggressive there by Nelson.
I'll tell you what, I said before the half that they were starting to look a little bit tired from playing full press the entire first half. They have come out in the second half like this is the beginning of the game. They look completely fresh, like nothing's wrong.
Yep, absolutely. As Foster, she has some foul trouble, but she's checked back into the game to start this third quarter. 6:49 left on the clock. 20-point advantage here for the Panthers. Rondeau almost had that one poked away. Bernier, good look at it. Strong off the glass the other side, and Cannon, that's at least her 10th rebound as we have it on our scorebooks here. So she's got the double-double. Nice extra pass. That's McCormick. Tried to dump it off inside. Bernier, she was there. Jackson and Cannon couldn't keep Bernier in front of them. Gets by, off at the rim. And Cannon going the other way.
I'm running out of room for my rebounds for her on my stat sheet.
And Williamson to the rim. Add another one to that stat sheet, Gabe, is Cannon off the mark. But she got the initial rebound, adding to her impressive night. But it was Dean ultimately who came away with it for the Huskies. Robinson with the screen. Bernier trying to get all the way to the rim. Believes she's going to have an opportunity with 2 from the line here. See who that one gets called against. That one's going to go against Nelson. Well, actually, they put 1-5 up on the board, so it's actually going to be against Williamson. Either way, it's Williamson's first. Just falls off the front of the rim on that try for Bernier.
I'll tell you what, they've made a concerted effort to get it in her hands in the second half.
She does so much for this group, such a versatile player. That one's up and in. The Huskies, they're falling back out of the press now, maybe trying to just play disciplined half-court defense, and got to give the Panthers a lot of credit. They were able to break down that full-court pressure pretty effectively. But good job by Robinson, able to tie that one up. It is going to stay with the Panthers.
I said it looked like the Panthers were running a horn set there, which is pretty smart against the man. You're getting that back cut, hoping that you get somebody not looking, and your big man can throw a good pass.
Williamson gets it into Cannon. So much size, up and in, plus the harm. Williamson gets it into Cannon. So much size, up and in. As you saw it there on replay, courtesy of Maine Mapping Company. Cannon, she's got 12. A number of rebounds.
It's the 4th on
Foster. Yeah.
Yes, Foster.
Cannon good on the free throw. And that's going to be Levitt replacing Janessa Foster, who's going to have to sit in this one, you'd assume, for a stretch of time here.
Yeah, absolutely. 4. It's not what you want to see starter having 4 this early in the third quarter.
Bernier passes it off to Levitt, dumped inside to Robinson, to the rim, up and in for 2. Good take by Hannah Robinson. 13:33 our score. Williamson kicks out. Jackson too far off the mark there. But good rebound by, we've said it a ton, but guess who? Cannon. Nice extra pass inside. That's Cormick up and in for 2.
You know, I don't know if we're going to see many more teams in B that have the height that Medomak has. It's a huge advantage for them.
And it's across the board there as Jackson a little too aggressive on the defense there. Gets called for the reach and foul.
And like I said at the beginning, it's not just height without speed. It's height and speed. I mean, how many teams in B are going to be able to keep up with this level of height and speed? I don't know many.
And that's why, according to Maine basketball rankings, they're 5th right now in Class B South. Nice pass inside. Robinson can't finish. And it's Katana Williamson dancing the other way. Nice extra pass. This team moves the ball so well.
Yeah, fantastic team basketball by Medomak all day long.
As Cannon blocked that time, but the foul is going to be called. That one's going to go against Dean, and Cannon's going to have a chance for 2 from the line. She's 3 of 3 on the game so far.
I believe they said it was on the floor.
Oh! Well, I changed my mind. Interesting call, but pass right into her. It was off the mark.
I don't think she was expecting the pass that quickly.
She definitely went up with the shot, so it must have been called maybe after the shot was taken or delayed before. Either way, no free throws, and the ball went back to the Huskies. Levitt from the corner. Too strong off the mark. Rebounded by Robinson. Good body control by her. Again off the mark. Batted around. Bernier takes it. All the way to the rim. Off the mark. Cannon swallows that one up. Add another rebound.
That makes 14 for her so far today.
Along with 13 points. I mean, it's an impressive day at the office.
Do we have a 2020 game watch wrong right now?
Still a lot of game left to be played. 13:35 our score. That one's going to end up out of play. Going to go back to the Huskies. You know, you got to give credit where it's due. It's just been a lot of the Panthers forcing mistakes out here from the Huskies and on their side. And Huskies haven't had a lot of opportunities at clean looks. It's been impressive what you've seen as they're back to the 1-3-1 of the Panthers.
Yeah, I don't even know that you can be get a foul, right?
Yeah, you saw a pass in, played into Robinson.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can be
foul. Robinson's gonna have a chance from the line.
I don't know if you can be mad as a coach because it's not a lot of the Huskies making errors as it is Medomak forcing them, if that makes any sense.
First one off the line, from the line, off the mark for Robinson. I believe there was a conversation about who the foul was on a moment ago, and it was against Cannon, her first. Robinson second, up and in. She's got 5 on the game now. Williamson passes over to Cannon. Jackson. Nice pass inside. That's going to be off the mark from McCormick. Saved by Dean. Tipped around, ends up in the hands of the Panthers. Looking for the pass inside. Thrown strong off the glass. Rebound taken by Dean.
So I think that's the first time that we've seen less than one pass, even off offensive rebound. It's been so fantastic such fantastic ball movement tonight by them.
Yep, speaking of fantastic, Bernier, she's got such a good handle of the ball there. Takes a shot, but off the mark. Katana Williamson, top of the key, up and in for 3. Katana Williamson, top of the key, up and in.
Right too. So she has a pretty stroke from 3.
She does indeed. Give her double digits now. She's up to 10 on the game. Robinson spins, blocked away there by McCormick. This is Nelson now going to bring it up for the Panthers. 2:11 remaining here in this third quarter of action. Jackson has it now. A lot more set plays and opportunities here in this third quarter for the Panthers. Nice pass inside off the pick and roll. Foul. Basket plus the harm there. Nice pass inside off the pick and roll. Foul. McCormick, after having to sit some of that first half with some foul trouble, she's got 6 this quarter with an opportunity to make it 7. Strong off the mark there, but rebounded by the Panthers. Right back to her. And McCormick adds 2 more.
Say make that 8.
She didn't want the 3-point play. She wanted another basket.
Yeah, she wanted an extra 2 points instead of that 1.
Dunton, who recently checked in on the most recent free throw attempts. Had it for a moment. Rindeau now. Back over to Dunton. Good defense by the Panthers.
It is crazy to me that they still have life in their legs. Like, they are still flying around this floor.
Well, they are. They're doing it very well. Give them a lot of credit. 1:17 remaining. 14-42 our score. Pass out. Jackson. Clean look off the mark. Robinson, she came away with it for the Huskies. Now going back the other way. Pass inside. Give Robinson a lot of credit. She's been very active all over the floor tonight as Bernier takes a look at 3, makes a 3. She's been very active all over the floor tonight as Bernier takes a look at Bernier. Making things happen. She's got all 6 of her points this quarter. Had to also sit a lot that first half with some foul trouble. Double dribble called there. 35.7 on the clock. McCormick checks out, replaced by Cannon.
There's definitely been an adjustment by Coach Bartlett. He's focused on getting at least 1 pass in the paint to try and pull the defenders down so you can get open shots on the perimeter. This press has just been fantastic for Medomak.
It has. It's forced a lot of opportunities and mistakes by the Huskies. This is Jackson. She came away with the rebound there. See if the Panthers work for 1 shot in this situation. But the way this pace has been played, I'd be surprised. Cannon going to get whistled for the offensive foul there. Cannon going to get whistled for the offensive foul back to the Huskies with 11:4 on the clock. Substitution checking in. This is going to be Brooks replacing Robinson, probably for the 11.4 on the clock. Just give an extra little bit of breath here.
Yeah, absolutely. Give them that last little breath so you can secure it in the 4th.
Timeout going to be called here by Coach Bartlett, and the Huskies, we're going to keep it here. So there's just 7.7 left on the clock. Maybe give you an opportunity to review some of the stats that have happened so far in this game. It's been quite the third quarter by the Panthers out here as McCormick. This is going to be a 60-second timeout. McCormick, she's got 8 this quarter. Cannon, as you mentioned there, Gabe, just dominating the rebounding game, but she's got 13 points as well. Katana Williamson in double figures now. Jackson's been all over the place. She's got 9 on the game. It's been an impressive performance so far by the Panthers and very consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned at half, and I mentioned at the beginning of this quarter too, that I kind of looked like they were out of gas. But then they came out and they've shown that they have been able to press all game long, run at a pace all game long, and then when they needed to offensively, they've been great at slowing the ball down, running a set, getting open shots that way to give yourself a breath on offense that you can always give yourself a breath on defense.
Yeah, it's really been a pretty complete game so far. With a quarter to go for the Panthers here. Again, Maine Basketball Rankings has them at 5th currently in heel points in Class B South, while the Huskies are at 8th in Class B North according to Maine Basketball Rankings. And this is a massive heel points game. And ball played in there, taken away by Jackson. Clock never started. Nobody had ever touched the ball. Ball played down to Cannon. Pass inside off the mark. That's going to be how the third quarter of action ends. Score 42 to the Panthers, 17 for the Huskies. We're going to take a quick commercial break and rejoin you for the fourth quarter.
Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Welcome back here as we prepare for the fourth quarter of action. Game's been so far dominated by the Panthers. They've been able to do no wrong so far in this one. Levitt puts up the shot off the mark, rebound by Jackson. No game at the start of the fourth quarter. It's really time we start thinking about the Bangor Savings Bank play of the game. It's funny I mentioned it at that point because Cannon was going up with a shot, and right now, I think overall game, she's leading the charge for player of the game, the way the score is and how she's impacting the game rebounding-wise. And, so far just 13 points, I say, but she's dominated all over the place. Impressive performance by her, but you've got a number of names. Katana Williamson, she's done a lot of things positive offensively, defensively. As Cannon inside off the mark, add another rebound and add 2 more points. McCormick, she has 10 on the game. Number of names doing a lot of positive things.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a team effort. So, it's it feels kind of selfish to say that somebody's a player of the game when the team has been so completely dominant all day.
Yeah, it's really been a great team performance. As there's going to be a foul called inside. Robinson's going to have a chance for 2 from the line for the Huskies here.
One thing I will say is, though they have not...
First one up and in.
Though they haven't been able to get a lot of open shots, when they have been at the free throw line, they seem to have been making a majority of them.
Yeah. Robinson's second one in as well. Five of 8 from the line so far is Robinson. She's the only Husky to score in every quarter. Dribble handoff situation. Katana Williamson over to Cannon. Jackson. That shot's been there. Off the mark on that attempt. Bernier comes away with it. Very quick in transition. Good skip pass over to Rondeau. One more to Levitt in the corner. Shot. Off back iron, off the mark. Pass ahead. Simmons thought about it. Extra pass over to Petrowski. Back to Williamson, top of the key. She made one from almost that exact same spot earlier. Was off the mark on that one. Good pass. Jackson over to, I believe it was Simmons, up and in. Good shot by Simmons there. Increases the lead. 46-19 our score. Shot by Dunton, put off the mark.
And I won't just say that Cannon's rebounds are not luck. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can luck into 6, 7, 8 rebounds, right? She is boxing out every play, offensively and defensively, and just hunting the ball.
Yeah, it's really a theme for both teams in terms of, as you see, Jackson now dominating the offensive boards. Got another one, pass it over to Simmons. Cannon comes in for the rebound. There's about 3 or 4 offensive rebounds on that possession.
That's a microcosm of our game right there.
Absolutely. A couple substitutions also checking back in is Nelson and McCormick, replacing Simmons and Jackson. But the point I was trying to make there is both teams just work hard. The Huskies, 19 points for them tonight. It's probably not going to go their way in this one with only 5:40 remaining, score being the way it is. But they're not going to stop working, and both teams work extremely hard. The first quarter, if you remember, was as intense as any fourth quarter I've seen. So both sides know how to work. Great effort by both. but it's gone the Panthers' way so far in this one. As Dunton got the steal in transition there. Foul from behind against Cannon. I believe that's Cannon's third. Not that at this point foul trouble is too much of a concern, but it does reward the Huskies to go to the line. Chance at a 1-on-1 here. Also set to check back in, and checking in is Foster with the 4 fouls replacing Levitt. First from the line, up and in for Dunton. Her first points of the evening. Second one in as well. So all points coming from the free throw line this quarter so far for the Huskies. 5:15 remaining here in this fourth quarter of action. Williamson dumps off to Cannon. Nice pass inside. Battled around. Comes away to Cannon. Elbow line. Off the mark. Good rebound by McCormick. Back up and in. Comes away to Cannon. Elbow line. Off the mark. Good free. Timeout taken by Coach Bartlett. We're going to keep it here and take this opportunity to thank some of the sponsors who have helped make broadcasts like these possible, free and accessible for everybody. If you want to join and sponsor a broadcast for the remainder of the season, you can contact Mark Callan at easternmainsports@gmail.com. Black Bear Cranes, a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection, to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. If you need a vehicle, contact Sonny, Sean, Brian, or Ryan at Hartley's. Easy financing available. Great selection of new and used. Call 207-368-5751. Also want to thank Maine Mapping Company. They've been our replay sponsor all game. Also, Black Bear Crane, thank you for sponsoring the halftime show. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union, the pregame show, where we had a very nice conversation with members of the field hockey team, coach, and 2 of the athletes. As at the beginning of the night, we had the banner ceremony and banner dropping here in the gymnasium at MCI for the 21 and 22 championships by the Huskies. So it's been a full night, Gabe. We've had a little bit of it all.
Yeah, absolutely. You've had great defense on both sides. You've seen very patient offense and getting open shots by Medomak, and the Huskies have never really let up. You know, they've down 27. They're still playing their hearts out. It's exactly what you want to see.
Absolutely, and that's not going to stop. And at this point in the season, you've got to start ramping up to prepare for the tournament, which these two teams will be involved with. And I think that's fair to say with the way they've played so far this season. Dunton, she's going to put up a 3 up and in. Dunton, she's going to put up a 3 up and in. Dunton's got all 5 of her points this fourth quarter. Cannon had it for a moment. Dunton went for the ball there, going to be knocked out of play. It's going to stay with the Panthers. .4:14 on the clock. Ball played into Cannon, handed it back off to Katana Williamson. Definitely noticing the Medomac's electing to slow it down a little bit more, try to work some of these half-court sets.
Yeah, this is where you get the chance to really work on in-game sets in-game.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times you work them in practice and you're like, oh yeah, this is what the set's going to look like, even with your defense playing for your team. It's nice to actually be able to get those reps in when you're on the floor.
Absolutely. The majority of that first half was spent in transition for both of these sides. A nice pass inside, up and in. First half was spent in transition for both of these sides. A nice pass inside, up and in. As that was Katana Williamson, replay courtesy of Maine Mapping Company. Katana Williamson dumping it off to McCormick inside. Ball ripped away by Cannon. Had a steal to her impressive night. Dean went for it. Looks like Dean got a finger on it. Almost stolen. Ultimately controlled back by the Panthers. McCormick. She's got 14 on the game. In limited action considering how the game started for her with a foul trouble. As that ball gets knocked out of play, it's going to stay with the Panthers. Sykes checking in for the Panthers, replacing, I believe, Nelson. On the other side, it's going to be Brooks checking in, replacing Dean. Pass inside. That's the height advantage is McCormick.
Wow.
She can score the basketball, and she's done it in the flurry. She's got 14 this second half alone.
Yeah, she's. I mean, I can't say anything else that you haven't said.
As Dunton up and in on the other end. You know, Dunton, she's starting to come alive this quarter. She got all 7 of her points. Definitely a spark for this team. Sykes was off the mark on that one. McCormick, she got the rebound. Finishes in the harm. Sykes was off the mark on that one. McCormick, she got the rebound. Chance to make it a 3-point play. 8 the third quarter, 8 so far this quarter. Chance to make it 9. That one tings off iron, off the mark. Rebounded twice, 3 times almost by Cannon. She got the first 2 rebounds. Is off the mark. Substitution is going to check in next opportunity. Rendell, too strong off the mark.
That was her 20th rebound, by the way.
Nice pass inside. McCormick off the mark. Gets her miss. Throws it up again. Up and in. Make that 20 on the game. 12 this quarter. 2:01 remaining in this fourth quarter of action. 30-point game advantage for the Panthers. Add another rebound to Cannon. I mean, she's just been, any opportunity for a rebound, she's been somewhat involved.
Yeah, and that, mind you, that's 20, now 22, and that's unofficial. There could be more to that. There's at least 22.
Timeout taken. We'll take it with them and rejoin you following that.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Welcome back here. You didn't miss any of the action. They just came back from that timeout a little bit early, as that's going to be a turnover. Substitutions now checking in. Coming into the game is Knight. And Simmons replacing Katana Williamson and Cannon, Mara Cannon, who, Gabe, I think it's safe to say she's going to be our player of the game as she now exits. Her night's over. Rebounding and scoring, both impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I truly don't know if I've ever seen someone have over 20 rebounds in a high school basketball game. That's impressive.
Well, she did tonight. We'll try to get you the official number on that before the final 117, or as official as we have it. But she will be our Bangor Savings Bank player of the game. As the Medomak Valley Panthers, they're going to advance to 7-4 on the season, and a major heel point victory for them tonight. It's from the free throw line. Sykes off the mark. Batted around Pachelski. She comes away with it. 1 minute remaining in the game here. Rendell not going to let this game just get drowned out. This Husky squad, they're always going to fight and compete. I mean, you got to give credit to the Panthers for making stuff happen, but the Huskies, they're going to fight, and they're not going to go anywhere until that buzzer sounds for the final time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's wild to me, right? Like, they've played their hearts out, and they continue to play their hearts out, and it looks like they could keep going.
Yeah.
Like, they could still go another 2 quarters, like it looks like to me.
Yeah, and McCarron, she checked in and replaced Rendell on that previous attempt. Sykes was looking for the pass inside. Dunton, she steals it. She's got 7 this quarter. Passes it back to McCarron, off the mark. Now under 40 seconds remaining here. That's going to be against Foster, her 5th. She's going to check out of the action, going to be replaced by Levitt. You know, that's a story, too. Just Foster was never truly able to get much momentum in this game with the foul trouble. Played hard every moment she was out on the court, but momentum-wise wasn't really able to get in rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. You put her in there to start to get that spark for your team, and just couldn't, like you said, couldn't get it going. Those 2 early fouls, came back in the second, got that 3rd, and then got the 4th right after that.
Pachelski, 1-on-1 situation. Dunton Good job, able to not cross the line.
She was playing all of the air on that one.
And she won. The shot fell anyways, but Chelsea trying to convert both on the 1-and-1 here. Second one's good as well.
Got the shooter's touch on that one.
That it did. Under 30 seconds now. We'll see probably one more attempt here by the Huskies. And we'll see if we'll let the Panthers run out the clock in the rest of this one. 24.4 left. Maya Cannon, she's going to be the Bangor Savings Bank player of the game here. As we end up the rest of these 20 seconds here. Really thank you all for joining us and stick around for the Bangor Savings Bank post-game show. We'll try to get Coach Ryan McNeely and player of the game, Maya Cannon. There is a steal there, going the other way. Bernier over to Dunton, throws it up and finishes. That's going to be how the action ends here. 28-58 our score. With that, we're going to send it to a quick commercial break and rejoin you for the Bangor Savings Bank postgame show.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Right here, right with me. You and Coach. I have to wear it? We'll back you up a little bit so we can try to get you in the camera. Thank you guys for joining us. Hey, no problem. Welcome back here as we're at the Bangor Savings Bank post-game show. Maya, congratulations. You are a Bangor Savings Bank player of the game. This is a $10 gift card. You can use it however you want. My co-broadcast partner over there have your official rebounds on the game, but we had you down for over 20. Great game by you. You had 15 and 20-plus rebounds.
Thank you.
Coming into today's action, this was a big heel points game. And with you guys being in B South and MCI being in B North, was there some added motivation coming into this one, knowing what type of game this was?
Yeah, we had talked about it at practice earlier, and it was just kind of like, it was important because there were so many wins that they were going to have that the teams that we're trying to beat aren't going to have. So it was important to win so that we could get those points, and then we would be even more able to compete with the teams that we're competing against that are ahead of us already.
Yeah, that's a great mindset. You guys play great, disciplined defensive basketball. What was your approach to the game defensively, and when you're out there on the court and running some different sets, what was your mindset and what were you looking for defensively?
I just feel like it's important to always make sure that you're seeing where the ball is as well as where your girl is. So it's, I don't know, I always think of it as like I'm always trying to get the ball. Like it's always a steal in my opinion. So that's kind of how I go about it, but I don't know.
Well, speaking of always trying to get the ball, we have to talk about the rebounding. I mean, you were crashing the boards all night tonight.
Thank you.
Like we said, at least 20, maybe more rebounds in the game. When you're looking to get a rebound, what is your mindset there? I talked about your mindset defensively. What's your mindset when you're trying to go after a ball, a loose ball, and trying to get a rebound for your team?
Well, obviously boxing out is important, but when I was in middle school, my coach used to tell me to jump for joy. So even after I box out, I just jump as high as I can, and then it seems to work out. Well,
it worked out for you guys tonight. You come away with a win 28-58, and you are our Bangor Savings Bank player of the game. Thank you so much for joining us. You can pass the headset off to Coach. I'm sure he's happy to get the chance to talk to us up here. Coach, just a complete and great performance by your team tonight. It was really from first quarter to fourth quarter was a complete game. You threw a ton of different looks, especially defensively out there. Was that something you guys do often, or was it kind of feeling the game as it was coming?
Yeah, we try to mix it up as much as possible and just change some stuff up just so they don't get comfortable in one set. And but our girls really, I kind of just see what they want to do and what are you feeling right now, and they'll kind of tell me where they're feeling, what's working, what's not. We do more of a trap, full court trap, but with MCI being such a good full court trapping team, they know how to break it.
And we kind of knew that was going to be the case coming in. We just wanted to see how it would go, and we weren't really getting much out of it, so we just changed it up a little bit here and there, and it seemed to work.
Yeah, I asked Maya a similar question, but this was obviously a big Hill Point game. And as a coach, you understand that not a lot of other teams in Class B South are going to have this opportunity against a team that's going to win some games and already has won some games. What were you trying to tell your athletes coming into this one to get them mentally prepared and kind of ramped up for a bigger game?
Well, kind of exactly that. My brother kind of preaches this to me all the time with heel points and things like that. So,
Maine basketball rankings.
There we go. We get that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
But just talking about, hey, these are clean heel points. These are the ones that Lake Region and Leavitt or Leavitt will, but Lake Region and Yarmouth and these kids don't get, and we need to steal these games. And we have a goal for us and where we want to be, and we knew that would help get us towards that goal. And it was just that mental talk of being prepared in that way.
Well, coming into this one, I believe you guys were at 5th, courtesy of Maine basketball rankings. We use those all the time. They're great. Shout out to him over there, as you know very well. But yeah, a win like this, how do you think it propels you going into the latter half of this season?
It puts us in a better position. We have a lot of heel point worthy games coming up. I mean, we've got Marana Cook and Leavitt who are right there with us, so those are huge ones for us to get. We have a good one against Oceanside coming, and that's one we'd love to get. I mean, I know they're the untouchable, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but they are
the team.
They are very good, and we've had a mental block with them for years, and this year we kind of chipped away at that, and our first game with them was probably one of the best games we played, and we're starting to get back to that level. We had a little dip there for a little bit, but we're starting to get back, so just getting those big wins and seeing what we can do and getting into a position where we're not playing a prelim or we're not playing an Oceanside in the first round or something like that.
Well, this game is going to go a long way in helping you get there, and really want to thank you for taking the time to come talk to us after that one, and congratulations on your 58-28 victory tonight.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate it. Thank you.
With that, we're going to sign off here from Eastern Maine Sports, Eastern Maine Sports Media. Thank you all for joining us tonight.